Alright there, Procrastinauts, mine's Pleborian, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. Last time we were here, we sent out our keyframe refueling tanker up to meet the incursion base, getting ready for our mission to duel. And today, we're going to initiate the first steps to that. All of that has been done and dusted. We are ready to move on to the next stage of our plan. But before I get started, I am going to do a little bit of waffling on, because I do like to do that quite a lot on these videos, as it seems these days. Don't worry, no bollockings today or anything like that, but I am going to say, a lot of you have wrote back to the initial video where I did like go a bit mad, saying I'm going to start blocking people for taking the piss. A lot of you wrote back with really supportive stuff, so to all of you who did that, the countless people that did that, like the majority of you guys, thank you very much. Cheers for that. That makes me feel really good about myself. But moving swiftly on for that, because I don't really want to talk about it. At the start of this week, I think it might have been Tuesday actually. No. It's in the middle of last week. Yes, I know that's a big difference from the beginning of this week, but you know, it's now Wednesday when I'm recording this. You won't get this till Thursday because I need to do Thursdays and Fridays episode, and then over the weekend I'll do next week's. But yes, at the middle of last week, I uploaded the Armstrong. You guys have been asking for it for a very long time. I have really taken the piss with it a little bit, so I thank you with your patience. But the Armstrong, as of now, has been up there for about a week now. I know some of you probably won't know that it's there, so this is me telling you it's there. And not only am I going to tell you about it, I'm also going to show it to you today. I'm not going to take it out. Should I take it out? We'll have a look at it and we'll see how I feel. But in all fairness, I do want to show you my other ship. In fact, no, we won't take this out today. I will show this off now, and I'll keep this on me and I'll take it out at some point soon. Of course, my mod folder's got even bigger, so you know, times are hard on that front. Oh god, no. I need to bring this down a bit. You can see my FPS is I'm going at 10 right now. My computer's chugging along at 10. So here we go. Oh, the suspense. The suspense. Right. As you can see, as with the very first Armstrong, I used to teleport it up there. With the occurrence of the 0.17 mod, that now no longer works, which is a shame. Which of course is a big, massive shame, because that was the only way this thing actually got into space. Now I've had to rely on rockets. Now, when I built this thing, for some reason I completely forgot that I can do that and give myself infinite fuel. So I actually built myself a working launcher. Believe it or not, this flies the Armstrong into orbit. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the... I know I said that the orbital rendezvous was one of the hardest things you can do in this game, but that is nothing compared to getting this into orbit on this launcher. You've seen how I do orbits. You don't do... I can't do that with it. I can't do the gravity turn while I'm still within the atmosphere. I have to fire this out really far away and then use the ion engines to actually build up the arc around the planet before I come crashing back down. Usually I end up with 70 on the periapsis and about 400 on the apoapsis, but it does get into orbit. It is very possible to get this into orbit. Some of you may be able to get this into orbit a lot easier than what I did, but it's still pretty damn hard. But go click the link in the description. It's in the second post under Project Outreach /Armstrong, because that's what this thing used to be called. It used to be called Outreach, but then a great man died, so I felt I had to honour him. There was a nameplate that I did have attached to the original one, but for some reason when I place it on this, you can't see it. It's just not on show anywhere, so I've dropped it for this. But the name lives on. The slight addition I have done is these are no longer the Keyfane RCS tanks, these are the Truss RCS tanks, because for the same size you get like 2.4 times the RCS fuel, so they're a bonus to have. And obviously I've got the Cosmos RCSs on struts. Now, believe it or not, I know I've said that this craft isn't really a reliable craft, but ever since I put these RCS thrusters on here, it actually controls really well. In fact, I'd actually say it'd be a good one to use. I might use it, I might not, because I haven't put it to the test yet. I've also got the Magear plugins. For those of you that don't know or haven't read the comment section, I know loads of people have mentioned this. I already knew about it. I had those mods the second I finished recording those last episodes, which was all the way back in last week sometime. I think, yeah, middle of last week. But yeah, with those plugins now, while it does give me boosts to the keyframe, it does cause some really weird bugs with the batteries, because before, if these ran empty, the game crashed. Now you can run them empty and the game won't crash. However, they won't fill back up with the solar panels deployed. I don't know what that is. I don't know if the modders are aware of this. In fact, I might make a bit of a post about it. I might message one of the guys. I'll message Magear, because it's his plugin that modifies the keyframe, really expands the keyframe's capabilities. You can warp and do stuff now. Before, it was just a really slow scanning process, a slow drilling process, and a slow refueling process. Like an hour long's worth of fucking refueling process. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just taking a swig of my Coke. No energy drink for me today. Can't afford. Someone did say they wanted to. There should be a donate a drink button. I love that. That was a really wicked idea. It made me piss myself. I find silly little things like that funny, so don't judge me. I forgot what I was talking about now. I've completely distracted myself drinking that. Oh yes, the plugins. So yeah, it does cause some bugs. I don't know if it actually works and is intended, because the batteries ran empty. They didn't recharge, but then when I quit and come back, it said they were full, but it didn't use them when I had the engines engaged. So I didn't really test it past that. But you know what? I'm going to fuck this off, because I want to show you the other craft on the actual mission ahead. Start game. Resume saved. Live. 4 flights in progress. Oh yeah, there's something else I've got to bring up with this as well. We'll do it as and when it happens. Now, I believe this is called the Jewel of the Stars, last time I checked. Right guys, I will be right back. I know where it is. It's in my practice folder. Be right back. Alright, let's try this one again. There we go. 144 parts, 4 stages. The Armstrong was 4 stages. I wonder what this could be. When it decides to load up. Right. Looks like the Armstrong from the bottom, wouldn't you say? Oh, it's got an extra rocket tank on it. Oh, hello! What is this thing? Yes, it's a mini Armstrong with Nerva engines. Bet you guys weren't expecting that, were you? Nice. Now, this is going to be our craft that's going to get us to Jewel. Now, the sad thing is, even though I've got all of these RCS thrusters on it, this thing manoeuvres like a piece of shit, especially when I'm trying to rendezvous with the station. So, although I haven't actually done this yet, I'm going to deorbit the station and crash it into the moon. The station serves no purpose. I know I mentioned this a couple of videos ago, that it was a bit pointless to have, but yeah, I think it's actually going to have to be ditched, because I did, on the practice game, I did try rendezvousing this with the station, but it was just so hard to do with the RCS. In fact, if I made this more like the Armstrong and put these RCS there and there, then it probably wouldn't be so bad. But I'm not going to bother. Launch. Clear the pad. Keyframe transport craft. Yes, because that was the last thing we sent up. Now, another thing that's also wrong with this design. It's the perfect design to go to Jewel, but like I said, there's a couple of things wrong with it. The next thing is that by the time we get to the moon, we've barely used any fuel. We use quite a bit of RCS, so we can get that refueled, so it does seem quite pointless. But because we don't have any sort of re-entry abilities, then it's just going to be a craft that's going to forever stay there. This will be the craft that goes to Moho as well, I reckon. It's going to get us around all around Jewel and Moho with a bit of luck. And we've got space to store a bit of keyframe as well, just in case we get a bit low whilst out on the mission. So, without further ado, let's thrust up. Truth be told, I can probably get away with about that, I think. So, on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get the hell out of here. Nice. Pretty sturdy, wouldn't you say? Now, with the old Armstrongs that I built, you can see there's a part here, this little part here, that's an advanced SAS. That didn't used to be around back in the old days, and it's made things a lot easier for me when constructing this craft. Let me tell you. In fact, it convinced me to put one on the Armstrong. The original one didn't have one on. Like I said, there's been fucking a million different versions of the Armstrong. Well, not a million, but you get the idea. There was a lot. It's the most developed craft I've ever made, put it that way. I mean, the only thing that comes close, I'd say, is the Kerbal, because that's gone through a load of different versions. In fact, this is effectively a Kerbal right here. It's exactly the same kind of setup, except it doesn't have those big beastie engines on the bottom. I've grown quite attached to this engine as well, the mother and the little 3-metre variant. They're pretty good. They seem to be quite efficient as well. I don't know whether I'd say they're balanced for various reasons. I don't know what balancing is. Hell, I put 2,000 storage on the Keithane mining rig, and you know what? If I tell you the truth, the 8,000 that I've got on the refueling tanker, I don't think is going to be enough. We've gained some serious altitude here, so I think it's time. No, we can't have our engine that high either on this one. But yeah, that I don't think it's going to be enough on the station, if I'm truly honest. Not to do the RCS off anyway, because there isn't really that many on here, and we've got quite a lot of thrusters. And a pointless satellite dish. I don't know why I put that on there. It does absolutely nothing, but it looks cool as shit. This is a craft that I'm going to upload as well as soon as I get these videos recorded today. Actually, no, I'll put it up as and when this video goes up, I think, because I don't want to spoil it. You'll see it on the Procrastinaut discussion thread, and you'll be like, what the fuck is this? And I've just spoilt some episodes for you. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's only going to be tomorrow when you see it. So I suppose a day early isn't so bad, but you know, never mind. I like to keep my surprises, and I like to do some cliffhangers. Who knows? There could be one about to come right now. I wonder if there really was one right then. Who knows? Who knows? Right, so we've got fucking quite a good orbit here, and we've got quite a bit of fuel. We're suffering a bit of sun. Definitely not a bit of sun. We are suffering some minor overheating issues. We can get past them. They're not overheating that much. Can I throw these up a bit? How fast do they overheat? We've only got half a tank left, so I don't suppose it really matters. But we are picking up some speed. I don't think we're going to pick up enough speed in all fairness, but we should be able to at least get ourselves an orbit out of what we've got left. At least I should hope so anyway. And if I get on the... No, don't press the EVA button, you sicko. Curvature curbing. See? See, off to work I go. So what can I talk about while I get an orbit out of this thing? Yeah, Check It series starting next week. Yeah, thought I'd just throw that one out there. Me and Jace have got together and we've done some multiplayer shit. And I've got enough episodes to do all of next week and a bit of the week after. And I'm going to start uploading them alongside this. Don't worry about that detracting my time to play this, people, because it's really not going to. And if you're a fan of Minecraft, I'd go watch it. But be warned, there is some foul mouth shit. I know I swear quite a lot. I swear a hell of a lot. But there is some foul mouth fucking shit going on in there. I've even had to put a disclaimer on at the start of each of the videos, just so you know, people know that what they're walking into. Basically, the series is called Tech It Bastards, so that pretty much sums it up. I'm playing as Adolf Hitler, so you know, if that doesn't sum it up for you, I don't know what will. Oh god, cheap Morrison's cola. Ugh. It's not fucking proper Coke. Nothing's as nice as proper Coke. Can't beat it. Doesn't really quench your thirst though, but it's nice. It is very nice indeed. RCS away! Right, so I just saw the moon disappearing behind the horizon there. I don't know if anyone else caught that. But, oh god no, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Don't you just hate it when that happens, when you think you're pressing W but you're actually pressing E? Rotate, get yourself nice and level. Too much, too soon, and go there. Just because I can. Let's get them activated, ready for when we go. And how is the orbit? I know it's not, yeah, we're not out of the atmosphere yet, so I'll sort that out when we get to the apoapsis. And then because these engines are rather slow, I'm going to begin my transfer burn rather early, I think. A lot of people have asked me, like in the comment section, ever since I made mention that I've said people said that I suck at this game. It wasn't this game, it was FTL. But I'm sure some people have said that I suck at this game before now. Those people don't know shit. I know full well that I'm pretty good at this game. I'm not the best, not by a long shot, but I'm good enough. Sweet. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. I'm happy with that. And we use barely fuck all fuel. But I tell you what, man, you got to practice. Practice, 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 practice. When I first started playing this game, it took me like, I think it was 28 different craft before I even landed on the moon. And if you go back to the very, very first video, episode 0, then at the end of that video, I show you some of the stuff I'm trying to land on the moon. And you look at those craft and you think, fucking hell. They're nowhere near as efficient as some of the things I built today. Honestly, if you've just bought the game, oh trust me, in a couple of months you'll be a rocket scientist, mate. Trust. It's not hard once you get into it. It really isn't. There's maths behind it all, but I don't use the maths. I don't use the maths at all. No point. 1, because I'm not that brilliant at it, and 2, well, I suppose that is a reason to try at least, but orbital calculations aren't exactly easy without a calculator in your hand. I mean, I am pretty good at simple maths, like division mainly, addition, subtraction, can do it long, piece of piss, but that's about as far as it goes. So I don't bother with the algebraic equations of calculating delta V by one orbit fucking and the meters per second. Oh, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Don't go putting it in the comment section, because I'll just read it and I'll be like, oh my god, what the hell? Stop confusing me even more. Right, I don't know why I was fast forwarding in time then, but this is our burn point. This is our stop, people. Let's go. See, we've burnt more RCS fuel than we have normal fuel. But at least it does rotate at some part, I will give it that. There's the moon, I haven't burnt early at all. What the fuck am I talking about? I should have burnt a bit more earlier. How fast is this going out? Not fast enough. You're going to do some physics time warp for me here, mate. I'm not even, the SAS wasn't even on then, that could have gone horribly wrong, couldn't it? This could all go horribly wrong if it doesn't hurry up about its business. Be quick about your business. Fucking undead. World of Warcraft. Hate that game. I used to love it, but then now I hate it. Oh. Honestly, I have no clue what to talk about when doing this journey. It's a journey we've done so many times. You know what I am going to look at? I'm going to slow down time. Just because I know we're not going to like burn too far then. Right, I don't even know. I'm sure it's there we've got to be. I'm sure I saw a picture where it said it was there somewhere. Right. You know what, we may actually do this. In fact, it's a very similar orbit of going to, what's his face, the moon. Very similar indeed, judging by the angle of this, if we can get there. How much fuel have we got? Plenty, plenty. Overall, I've got like 7 fuel tanks. Those 3 on the back are pretty fucking beastie, and then I've got these bits here. There are also a few tanks. Whoop. Okay, right. Slow this shit down. Too fucking far, mate.